Good day, everyone. My name is Juneils of Viajar from BSAM2, Section I1 and TTL1. And today, my report is all about improving science education through developing technological, pedagogical content knowledge in teachers. Intended learning outcomes. The students must be able to define pedagogical content knowledge in teachers and distinguish its importance, acknowledge the TPA-CK framework and its uses, identify the TPA-CK framework's various objectives, must fully comprehend the topic and cultivate a conclusion regarding the discussion. Pedagogical content knowledge was originally suggested as a third major component of teaching enterprise. This idea presents a new, broader perspective in our understanding of teaching and learning, and a special issue of the Journal of Teachers Education was devoted to this topic. Pedagogical content knowledge is a type of knowledge that is unique to teachers and is based on manner in which teachers relate their pedagogical knowledge, what they know about the teaching, to their subject matter knowledge, what they know about what they teach. It is the integration or the synthesis of teachers' pedagogical knowledge and their subject matter knowledge that comprises pedagogical content knowledge. Recently, there has been a renewed recognition of importance of teachers' science subject matter knowledge, both as a function of research evidence and as a function of literature from reform initiatives such as Holmes Group and the Renaissance Group. Not surprisingly, it has become clear that both teachers' pedagogical knowledge and teachers' subject matter knowledge are crucial to good science teaching and student understanding. The recent development of the National Science Education Standards and the benchmark for science literacy, as well as multitude of state, district, and school-level content area standards have further renewed emphasis on the importance of subject matter. Moreover, these documents contain not only the key subject matter concepts for student learning, but they also inform pedagogical issues related to science subject matter content. Pedagogical content knowledge embodies the aspects of content most germane to its teachability. Within the category of pedagogical content knowledge, I include, for the most regularly taught topics in one subject area, the most useful forms of representation of those ideas, the most powerful analogies, illustrations, examples, explanations, and demonstrations. In a word, the ways of representing and formulating the subject that makes it comprehensible to others also includes an understanding of what makes the learning of specific concepts easy or difficult, the conceptions and preconceptions that students of different ages and backgrounds bring with them to learning. Pedagogical content knowledge is a form of knowledge that makes science teachers rather than scientists. Teachers differ from scientists not necessarily in the quality or quantity of their subject matter knowledge, but in how the knowledge is organized and used. In other words, an experienced science teacher's knowledge of science is organized from a teaching perspective and is used as the basis for helping students to understand specific concepts. A scientist's knowledge, on the other hand, is organized from the research perspective and is used as a basis for developing new knowledge in the field. Despite the fact that we are still struggling to achieve the expert teachings in science, we are now faced with an additional need. Kohler and Mishra have expanded our thinking of important teaching domains by adding a new one, which is technology. In their model, they view a successful teacher as one that can grow from content pedagogy and technology in a similar manner to that described by Guess Newsome, forming a technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPACK framework. Kohler and Mishra claim that effective teaching with technology requires TPA-CK foreign ability to draw and integrate content pedagogy and technology flexibly. During the act of teaching, to paraphrase Giz Newsom. So we see an illustration of TPACK, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. Technological knowledge, it is the knowledge that is required to use all educational tools from whiteboard to computers and advanced technology in the classroom. Pedagogical knowledge, it is the teacher's knowledge of how he or she will teach her subject, such as teaching methods and techniques and evaluation method. Content knowledge, these are the theories, concept, and basic information about the subject that the teacher is supposed to teach. Technological pedagogical content knowledge, TPACK, the knowledge to present the subject with different methods by using technology. Technological content knowledge, the instructor's knowledge of which technology to use for the subject they teach, such as making students watch a simulation about states of matter. Pedagogical content knowledge, the teacher's knowledge of which teaching method will be appropriate for the subject he or she teaches, using the 6 hats technique to teach information about cloning. Technological pedagogical knowledge, the knowledge how various tools and equipment can be used in the education and training and technology knowledge. In the illustration, there are 3 Venn diagrams. The upper circle is technological knowledge, or TK. The yellow circle contains pedagogical knowledge, or PK. The blue circle contains content knowledge, or CK. So in between TK and PK, there are pedagogical knowledge, or TPK. In between technological knowledge and content knowledge, there are technological content knowledge, or TCK. In between pedagogical knowledge and content knowledge, there is pedagogical content knowledge, or PCK. How teachers' education programs approach teaching about technology is widely varied. Traditionally, all students, regardless of certification pathway, would take a single standalone course that is focused on technical knowledge. For example, such as a course might teach students how to design a web page to interface with parents and students. For more rarely, is this course connected to specific content area. So for example, for science teachers, there would be little about how to use digital tools such as scientific inquiry-based virtual environments. To teach higher order concepts, those topics are typically relegated to an already done science methods course, often taught professor using a strong TPACK themselves. Kohler and Mishra indicate that the three knowledge bases are in equilibrium. But for those students with a very strong academic science background, their equilibrium might have been pushed toward content and away from pedagogy. On the other hand, those students who had only taken a couple of science classes in college were steeped in pedagogy courses. How to do the opposite, push on their equilibrium towards instructional strategies. It is another indication of the difficulties that pre-service teachers have in developing TPACK. Of most interest to this study is how these pre-service teachers views the potential for using virtual worlds in the science classroom. The reactions to this were varied and shown the spectrum of knowledge across the TPACK framework. For example, Marie concluded, interactive technology is a great way to use visual and auditory learning styles to reach students with different learning abilities. In this statement, she is showing on a beginning understanding of technological, pedagogical knowledge, but is not yet including science content ideas. Having TPACK means knowing what tools to use for what purpose to achieve what learning. Sometimes those tools are hands in the dirt. Other times they are scientific inquiry-based virtual environments. Thus the pre-service teacher, as hypothesized or grouping together in their views of technology based on their expertise level in one or more of the domains of TPACK frameworks. Those with other content or without a chill experience and knowledge seem to understand the role that technology could and should play. However, understanding the value of technology is only the first step. Helping teachers know how to seamlessly integrate it into their classroom, the heart of TPACK, is much more difficult. Today's teacher of science, whether that is elementary or secondary grades, requires a strong foundation in science, pedagogy, and technology. However, as the TPACK framework theorizes, and my small study indicates, simply learning about science, pedagogy, and technology, and its isolated courses is not sufficient. Teachers need to know how to integrate and embed technology into their practice to improve student learning. I need to be exposed consistently to two models in their coursework or professors using technology tools beyond PowerPoint. From conversations such as this, I have designed a professional development model that integrates learning on all three of Kohler and Mishra's framework categories. In this model, teachers would learn about science topic, explore PCK related to it, and learn about associated technologies that could facilitate student learning about it. However, while this helps strengthen the domains, we saw that in and of itself it is not enough. So two more elements have been incorporated. Seeing instructors' models, the authentic use of various tools, and spending time with experts help in designing and practicing lesson plans showing evidence of science, PCK, and TPACK. I hypothesized at the beginning of this study that beginning teachers would have more trouble seeing the benefits of integrating technology into their practice as they were already struggling with developing PCK. However, initial research results indicate that having some area of expertise, science or teaching experience helped them begin to see the value of integrating technology into their pedagogy. Further, controlled exposure to the technologies helped one pre-service teachers confront her own preconceptions about TPACK, thus creating professional development model that integrated instructions on content. PCK and TPACK authentically help teachers move closer to developing TPACK. That's the end of my reporting. Thank you for watching.